Welcome once again here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. I'm Paul Condry, Bethel University Men's Basketball Media Day today. Great to be joined here by a couple veterans, Trent and Al, respectively. We'll bring these guys in. We'll be talking some buckets with them. And let me tell you a little bit about Trent Edwards. He grew up here locally and went to Northwood High School. Al, well, he grew up on another side of the planet Earth, all the way here from London, England. And Trent, had you ever in your wildest dreams think that one of your best friends was going to come from London, England? Did you ever think about that?
No, I've actually, it's kind of crazy. A couple of my best friends now have come from London, that part of the world, so it's kind of weird to think about, basketball sport bringing us together like that.
It has been. So what's it been like during the offseason? Because this is a whole nother dynamic. Nathan Ertz, who had a tremendous college career, Drew Lutz, who had a tremendous college career, two of the all-time greats in scoring and rebounding respectively. So the team dynamic has changed dramatically. I know that both of you guys have had some injuries along the way that you guys have had to kind of fight through, but this is a whole new look for the Pilots this season. So Trent, since you're the elder statesman here, let's talk about what was it like having those two cats play with you last year? Those two guys were pretty good, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. Drew and Nate were both great players, both offensively and defensively, specifically offensively. So we did lose a little bit there. I think during the offseason we probably got better at defense a lot. We started focusing on that more. And then the offensive lack that we lost last year, right, it just makes everyone else step up. So now we got a team who's going to spread the ball a little bit more. We're not going to have one player who's going to have to do all the work. So.
Al Peciulis, the pride of London, England. Al, what was it like? What's it like in camp without Nathan and without Drew? Is it a different look for this group?
Yeah, it is. I think it's a lot different than it was before. As Trent said, they had a lot of offensive power and added a lot to our team, but I think we've kind of had to adjust to that, and everyone else has to step up. But yeah, I miss those guys, miss playing with them. Two great guys who had a big impact on the team, not only on the court but off the court too. So
yeah, you guys both have had to deal with injuries, a part of your career, and I know that there's nothing probably more frustrating than to have something taken away from you like you've had to. Trent, let's start with you and talk about an athlete or someone else is out there who's gone through some adversity in regards to some health. And how did you walk through these kind of trials?
Yeah, I mean, it's a grind at the end of the day. Nothing is ever easy, especially not sports. Practice gets to you, games get to you, especially injuries too. When you get to see your team out there, playing the games that you have to miss and practicing without you really sucks. But they come around you, they help you get back quicker, and you just come back more ready the next time.
Al, what did you learn about yourself when you were injured?
I learned to be more grateful for what I have. I feel like, not I was ungrateful, but I feel like once I got hurt and I missed basically most of the season, I really realized what I was missing out on. So it kind of made me do that, kind of mature, and it also helped me learn how else I could have impacted the team. So basically, yeah.
And Jameer Jefferson told me that the culture here in the Bethel men's basketball program, Trent, is the best of any program that he's ever been a part of. Can you speak to the culture that Steve and his team has created?
Yeah, I can tell you it's been a work in progress for Coach Rabin. My first couple years here were a little rough, but he's definitely he's got the right guys now, and that's been a big part of it. Guys who have been just buying into the process and to the program culture we're trying to create.
Now, what's your take on the culture that Coach Draymond's created?
No, I think he's, as Trent said, my first year it was okay, and kind of last year really started improving, and even this year. I mean, this year we've got great guys. I feel like we probably have a better culture this year than last year, honestly. Yeah. But I he promotes very selfless culture, so everyone has to be about other people and not just yourself. So I think that helps a lot.
Now, offensively and defensively, in what areas did you work on during the off season? Just once again trying to make sure that you stay injury free, take care of those kind of things. But offensively, what did you do to improve your skill set? And defensively, what did you do to improve your skill set?
I think offensively, just working more on the perimeter, on the shooting, ball handling, guard stuff, and then defensively, I think I'm also just being more aggressive on the ball and stuff. So doing that kind of stuff, I think will help out the team. So yeah.
Trent, how about you? Same question.
Offensively, specifically on my shot, and then just kind of running the point guard position, something that I don't necessarily, I don't really fit the role, 6'4" guard kind of, but I've worked a lot on that. And then defensively, just getting better overall. I know that I'll probably have to guard a lot of the better players out there, so I'm ready for it.
And that was a perfect segue into my next question. The Crossroads League, tell you what, it's a take no prisoners kind of mindset. And Trent, I mean, you grew up in this, and a lot of the guys who you played in high school, you're seeing on other teams. I mean, some of your Northern Lakes Conference guys are playing at Grace or playing at IWU or wherever they may be. But what's it like playing in a league where you know everybody, really, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's exciting. It's cool to see guys from high school. Sometimes they're friends, sometimes they're rivals and stuff like that. But it's cool to get to see them again, just get to play against them one more time.
When you think back on the time at Northwood, and you think about playing against those guys, and now as you're wrapping up your college career here, and you think, wow, I never thought all of us would still be playing. Do you have those kind of things that go through your mind?
Yeah, a lot of the times. I mean, some people end up kind of falling off
Sure.
and kind of go their own way, but it is kind of crazy to, even myself, I'm like, I don't really know how I'm still here sometimes, but it's a blessing, and I'm grateful for it every day.
When you look back on winning the NCCAA National Championship and that really special run you guys had, a year or so ago, give us an idea on, Al, from your perspective. I know, Trent, it was difficult to see how things kind of developed, but you still saw the program have success. I mean, the program that you're a part of, everybody went through some crazy things. Who would have ever thought that Life Granville would have the greatest game of his life and the most important game of his life? We saw so many unique stories come out of that. Al, I know it was such a unique situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, going into it, we lost 5 guys throughout the year, and it was just the whole year itself was so unique. But yeah, I was happy that Granville was able to perform in his last game. But yeah, a lot of guys had to kind of step up, and a lot of guys who didn't play throughout the year were able to play at the end of the year. So I think they were given a chance to kind of give it all they had before they were done with college basketball. So yeah.
When you think back on it, Trent, what was your take on that championship run?
I thought it really showed just the grit our team had that year. We kind of went through a rough patch, losing some guys like Al said. Nate was sick for that championship game. So yeah, it was just cool to see how people who hadn't gotten the chance earlier in the season just kind of got to step up and enjoy kind of their last moments.
But isn't that what athletics is all about? Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
You just never know which team is going to be able to do what or at what time you get hot at the right moment.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that, taking that kind of mindset. Hey, listen, why is 2004, 2025? This should be our year, right? Isn't that the mindset, Al, you have going into this thing?
Of course, yeah. I think we have a great team, good guys right there pacing. So, yeah, like as I said, chemistry this year is great. I think the leadership is the best it's been since I've been here at least. And I think the leadership was going to take us to that next level. So, yeah.
All right, let me close by talking about some of the guys on this team, and I'm going to have you guys talk about them. And Trent, let's talk, from your standpoint as in the final go around here now. I want you to look over this roster and you say, so and so is going to have a great year. So the roster right here in front of us. Who's going to have a special year? Was it going to be Jameer Jefferson? Is it going to be Luke McBride? Is it going to be Al? Is it going to be yourself? Is it going to be Preston? Up and down the right. Who's going to have a monster year for your senior year to be your best year in your career?
Honestly, I think it's 1 through 14.
There you go.
Obviously, our starting lineup is going to have to be the best it's been. But I think 1 through 14 plays an important role. Obviously, we're not going to have one person really like Drew Lutz last year who's going to be scoring. Maybe Preston Phillips will be scoring like that for us a little bit more. But I think the team as a whole, offensively, we're not quite as talented. But I think our work ethic is definitely there. So,
now, what's your take? Who do you think on this team is going to surprise a lot of people?
Well, I agree with Trent and 1 through 14, but I think Luke McBride's going to have himself a year. I mean, he's been killing it in practice, so I look forward to see what he can do. But yeah, I mean, everyone in the team has a huge role, and if we can execute that role to the highest standard, then the sky's the limit for the team. So
just for clarity here now, Al, I want you to take me back to what's it like for your family back home in London. Was that how many hours ahead of us are they?
they're 5 hours ahead.
Okay, so if we have a 7:00 game, it's midnight there. So they're watching till 1 or 2 in the morning. Or are they watching on the archive? How do they feel about you over here doing your thing?
I mean, I've been here, 5 years now, so they've kind of got used to it. But yeah, I miss them and they miss me every day. But I know they're proud of me, just watching me play and everything, and see what I've been able to accomplish while being here, while being away from them. But yeah, my little brother's actually in Houston now, so
Okay.
he's also playing there. So a huge adjustment for the family. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I've loved my time here and everything, and I look forward to this year and next year, and who knows how many more years I'm going to be here. So yeah.
Is the perception of American basketball different in the UK compared to here?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like here it's huge. I mean, you guys, America's one of the best countries at basketball. The UK is they're growing and it's getting more popular over there. But everyone, I know from back home, looks to the States and it's like, oh, you guys have everything here. Like, basketball's amazing, NBA, all these players, whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's a great place to develop and go to college and have college paid for almost, and be able to play a sport too. That's something that many other countries in the world don't offer. So that's something very unique to the States itself.
Trent, final thought here. You're going to look back on your final go around, and you're going to say, listen, I want to be able to accomplish this going out, whether it be a personal goal, it be a team goal, or is it just I just want to make sure that every game I play in is going to be I'm going to play it like it's my last game. There's so many things, so many mindsets and things that you can kind of put yourself through. So what is it for you as you're going to finish this thing up, man?
Right. Kind of just the last year I'm going into it, just trying to be grateful for each and every day I get to play basketball. Like you said, I know this is my last year now. There's no option for, a sixth year, as much as we might wish for it. So I just kind of enjoy, the little things, the team bonding, the games that we do have, the practices even. Just being grateful for each and every day I get to play competitive basketball.
Guys, it's been awesome watching you. Trent, you have grown exponentially since the time I saw you play as a freshman in every aspect of the game. Al, I absolutely adore watching you play, man. Always around the ball. You always have a nose for the ball. You're one of the few guys that we've seen here in many, many years who seems to know where the ball's going before the ball even knows where it's going. And I find that such a unique talent. So best of luck this year, guys. Stay healthy, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Try to, yeah.
Once again, Al Peciulis, grateful to have him here. And likewise, it's great to have Trent Edwards with us here today. That's going to do it here from Bethel University, here just outside the Gates Gymnasium at the Y Camp Athletic Center. Once again, this is Bethel University Men's Basketball Media Day 24-25. I'm Paul Condry. Thanks for joining us.